Tate and I want to show you how quick and easy it is to use the lab radar to get a sight tape, especially for your hunting bow, in Precision Cut. We've been using the same model all year long for our target bow and our hunting bow, and we figured we'd show you how quick and painless it really is. Now, as you can see, we do have the archery trigger attached to it, so we go ahead and mount that there on the front of our bow. That way it registers every single time we shoot an arrow. Now, while he's shooting, we have our phone Bluetooth to the lab radar, so we can see his shot speeds come in every single time he shoots.
So the cool thing about lab radar is it will give you every single shot from the string in the app here, listed your individual speeds here, and then if you go above it, it will give you a new table that gives you your shot average and then the average speed at every distance it was reading.
Now, for the tape he's building today, you don't actually need your average velocity overall. The two important numbers he's going to be using is his velocity at 20 yards and at 60 yards. Now, this is really cool and an exciting new way to do it through the app because it averages everything for you. The old school way, when we didn't have the app and we first started using it and we were solely using the lab radar itself, is we would click through each arrow, plug them into our phone, and we would do the math and average it ourselves. So if you have the app with Precision Cut, it makes it a lot quicker and easier than what it was earlier this year. Now, because the app and the online link, he can go ahead in the app and start plugging his information in. So he's creating a new bow. Then you're going to scroll down and select your sight. So this is Tate's hunting bow, so he's selecting his setup. Then you're going to plug in your peep height. And yes, Tate has a very short face, therefore a very short peep height. And then your sight length, which is basically the length from your pins to the center of your peep at full draw. Next, you're going to add an arrow. So he's going to plug in his arrows, and he's shooting the Easton 5.0. And he's going to plug in his total arrow weight, which is 408 grains roughly. Next, he's going to go to sight in and plug in his density altitude, which we've pre-calculated. Then you're going to go to downrange speed in that drop down. Then he's going to plug in those two numbers that I told you earlier that were going to be important. That is his 20-yard velocity and his 60-yard velocity. So he's going to simply plug those in and then tap create sight in. You can't print sight tapes in the app, so now we're switching over to the online program, and the beauty of it is they both connect. So his information will already be there. So now he's going to click into his setup and click on sight tapes. So he's going to check his settings just to make sure that everything's good and his density altitude carried over. And from there, you're going to click printing on the drop down, change any settings you want there, and then you're going to hit download PDF. And then your sight tapes are going to be ready to print. Tate's bottom pin is 70 yards, so that's going to be his floater. So he sighted in his 70 pin, had a 70-yard mark, and then he basically lined the sight tape up at 70 yards. That way he'll be rolling it down from there. Tape's on a hundo. Let's see what he's got. Always check your sight tape at your farther distances. Now, this is an incredibly accurate way to do it, and usually it's spot on, but it's still good to know for sure in case you do have to take a little bit further shot. Now, I will say, Tate shooting 100 yards at a dot, he tends to aim at 6 o'clock on the dot, just like I would. So typically, if our group is right at 6 o'clock, that's not something that we're too worried about because that's where his pin wants to sit. Let me also add that he shoots a better group at 100 with his hunting bow than he does his target bow. Well, guys, it really is that easy. Head over to Precision Cut Archery and start your free trial today. Also, get yourself a lab radar. You will never build quicker and easier tapes than you will using the system that we just showed you in this video.